De Grey Mining is a gold exploration and development company focusing mainly on structural, shear zone hosted gold deposits in the Pilbara. The company has an estimated 1.2 million ounces of resources and is also working on developing some conglomerate gold deposits. For more on the company's latest announcements, I'm joined now by De Grey's chairman, Simon Lill. Simon, thanks very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Emily.
So can you tell us a little bit about that Pilbara Gold Project?
So the Pilbara Gold Project is the project that we're currently operating. We have just over 1.2 million ounces in our resource inventory, mainly in the measured and indicated categories. We control over 1,400 square kilometres of land in the Pilbara region. We're about 80 kilometres to the southeast of Port Hedland. So from an infrastructure point of view, we're in a very good spot as well.
Fantastic. Now, you've had an interesting announcement out about your conglomerate gold project. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So we have two types of gold that we're working on. We've got the structural gold that we just touched on a tick ago. The conglomerate gold is perhaps a new style of mineralisation, although the believers will point to it being known from some time ago. That has perhaps set the Pilbara alight to the extent that it's euphemistically known as the Pilbara Gold Rush. There's been significant land grabs in the region such that there is not a lot of land available, if any, over a very large basin-wide area. We were fortunate that when the rush started, we already had a significant land package and we have some conglomerate packages. So on Monday, we released some initial drilling results or drill results, which were really targeting stratigraphy. That showed that we had 40 metres of conglomerate at Jarrett Well, which is one of our conglomerate regions. That didn't surprise us as we had already mapped that. It was positive that we showed 11.5 metres of pyritic conglomerate. That's still unknown. It's not positive until we test it to see whether it's carrying gold, but it is anomalous to what Novo-Resources of Canada, who are certainly leading the way in this area, have shown at their power line project at Comets Well, and it's anomalous with what we were finding at Loudon's Patch, where there was pyrites involved with or associated with the nuggets that we were also finding at Loudon's Patch.
So looking a bit more broadly, over the last few months, you've had quite a rush of announcements. Just run us through some of those if you could.
Okay, well, we've been drilling at our structural gold. We've got a number of resources there. We've previously done a scoping study, so the drilling has been mainly targeting some infill drilling of some of the resources that form that scoping study as part of a pre-feasibility study that will convert some of those resources into reserves. The drilling's been at Mount Berghouse, Molina and Taorana. We've also drilled at Amanda, so those results are pending. Very, very happy with the results today, and we're finding the gold where I guess we thought it would be, but the grades and the tenure of it's been significantly higher perhaps.
Now, I also note that you've had two fairly large investors in recent times. That's Kirkland Lake and DGO Gold. Tell us a little bit about them and why they've invested with the business.
Well, we're very fortunate with Kirkland Lake. They came in the midst of the so-called Pilbara Gold Rush and the excitement of back in probably late September, early October, and agreed to invest $5 million at what was for us our all-time highs at that point. And of course, that came in without fees attached to it. So they came in as a result of the conglomerate gold, but they do mine and produce from structural gold. They've got a very, very large balance sheet. They've been a very, very good investor to date. We have a good relationship with them. DGO Gold have more recently invested. Their investment came in at a premium. It didn't include capital raising fees, etc. DGO are led by a well-known Australian geologist, Mr. Ed Esches. They're very, very keen on our structural gold. They note that we've got over 200 kilometres of shear zone hosted mineralisation that is underexplored. Less than 10% of it has been drill tested, and in that drill testing, probably most of that is below 100 metres or above 100 metres perhaps. So it is underexplored. and their investment. So Kirkland Lake came in because of the conglomerates. DGO have probably come in because of the structural. Both are quite interested in the other story as well. So it's been great to have two corporates coming in at a premium without fees attached.
And what can investors expect in the coming months, I guess, in the midterm?
Well, the DGO gold money that's just recently arrived, I think it was early July, we have announced that. That's specific to doing a lot more drill testing, and probably we're going to start a more of an exploration program rather than an infill program. We're going to have a significant air core program. We will still be doing some RC work. We still have a diamond rig up on site as well at the moment. So look, we've got over 41 untested anomalies across the 200 kilometres of shear zones. We're just ranking those at the moment, and we will be doing air core across those where we have to log programs of works. We've got to get heritage clearance. So there's a lot of work in preparation for that. But also we will continue to be doing conglomerate work. The diamond rig is at Well at the moment, which is another one of our conglomerate targets. We will look to be doing some bulk sampling in the nearish future and hopefully getting those results out sometime in the current quarter as well. So there'll be a lot of news flow. There's still news flow coming through from the previous drill program, but there's a lot of news flow coming through over the next 3 to 6 months across the area.
Sounds like there's a lot to look forward to. Simon Lill from De Grey Mining. We'll have to leave it there. Thanks very much for your time today.
Thanks, Emily.